Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So in today's video, I'm gonna talk about something that is super important for all of us. That is what it is, obviously about funding. So let me break down some of funding sources. That number one, if you are from a wealthy family, you can self-fund it yourself. And then the thing that you need to be worried about is only securing the admission in the university that you are planning to apply it for. And then the second one, there is something called governmental scholarship. This is usually, like in my case, I'm Indonesian, so my government has something called LPDP that has been used so far to sponsor thousands of students to study everywhere. Basically, it can be domestically in Indonesia or anywhere in the world, including the United States. The thing about that scholarship is that once you finish your study, you have to come back to Indonesia if you're Indonesian, for sure. And then the way it works, I think the way they count how many years that you're supposed to be in the country after your graduation is 2 times n plus 1. What is that even mean? So here is the math. It's simple math. It's 2 times n. N is the duration of your study. Let's say the duration of your study for master degree is 2 years. So 2 times 2 plus 1. So you have to be in the country for 5 years. And the third one, there's something called foreign government scholarship. Talking about, I'm limiting myself into like for the United States. So since I'm here, so the name of that scholarship is Fulbright. The Fulbright basically is sponsoring you to study in a university in the US. And I think the same thing, they will also require you to come back to your country of origin, anywhere in the world, from wherever you are, to stay for at least 2 years. I could be wrong, we have to double check on that. If you want a type of scholarship or 2 types of scholarship that won't require you to come back to your country of origin after you finish your degree, is something called university assistantship, or that is a fellowship that comes through lab. Okay, let me break down one by one. So in my case, the funding of my study is through teaching assistants. What does that even mean? So when they hired me, when I got admitted at my school, so my PI, which is my supervisor, appointed me or assigned me to a job called teaching assistant. So I become someone who who teach a particular lab, like teaching in the class, giving them some materials for the lab experiment, and they will do the experiment, and then I have to supervise them during the experiment, and then I have to grade their assignments, give them some feedbacks, and also I have to have an office hours in case they have some confusion or problem that they cannot solve during the class. And the last one is graduate research assistants, where you work in the lab, and then that the supervisor that you are working with has a lot of grants. Usually here how it works, so a professor has different ideas, and then they're gonna send that to the government, and then if that grant is approved, if the proposal is approved, and the professor will receive a huge amount of grants. It depends what type of grants that they are applying, and basically it's also listed that they will hire graduate students, and they have to pay them, they have to give them some salary. So the salary is include the your tuition and your stipend, also your insurance. So at least for this university fellowship, or we don't need to come back to your country of origin, at least in my case. So if you're really interested on how to get a fully funded scholarship, keep on searching, keep on applying, and find your networks, talk to different professor, and start from there. Also, I forgot there's something that I have to tell. I have a neighbor where her husband got a scholarship from a company. So they're also Indonesian. So her husband got a scholarship from his company, which Pertamina. So basically, his PhD study for 5 years is paid by the company. So there are different options that you can discover out there, and let me know in the comments if you need more details for this information. I hope this help anyone who ever have a good intention to pursue a higher degree, and yeah, all the best.